Welcome back to the Dare to Flourish Progress Report. Every month, I sit down with you and I give you the real numbers on where this channel actually stands, the YouTube stats, the email list, the revenue from the business that we're building here, the retirement savings, etc. This isn't a highlight reel. This is actually, there's no version where everything worked perfectly because believe me, I didn't in March. But this is just about what actually happened and anything that I can share that might help you in this journey as well. So this is for March 2026. So today is actually the beginning of April 2026, and we have got a lot to cover from March. So first of all, let's start with the numbers. This is the part where we kind of look at the scoreboard to see where we land. Before I hit that screen, I just want to remind you that I launched the YouTube channel on March 18th at 2 p.m. So it's been exactly 2 weeks today. Today is April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke, but this is April 1st. So it's been launched exactly 2 weeks today. And we have 397 subscribers to start with. That's kind of exciting. I was excited about that. I have 7 videos published. And since the channel launched 2 weeks ago, we've had 13,030 views. Well, that number didn't turn out, but it's 13,030 views. And here's the one I kind of want to talk about, which is watch time hours right here. I have 1,033 watch time hours, which between subscribers and watch time hours, those are the two metrics that YouTube looks at for monetization. And so that's kind of cool. I'm about a quarter of the way there. Monetization is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. So based on this, it's the watch time hours that's going to take me. I need probably, if it takes me 2 weeks to get 1,000 watch time hours, then I've got 6 more weeks before that. I think I'll have the subscribers before the watch time qualifies. But based on where things are right now, this channel could potentially be eligible for monetization in approximately 6 more weeks. I'm telling you that not because AdSense money is the goal. It is not. But because it's a signal, people are actually watching, and that's what I care about. A few things that I've been noticing on YouTube this month specifically, and I've got a lot of notes here. I found the thumbnail formula that works for my audience, for the women over 50 who are wanting to fund their retirement through things they build, their expertise, etc. So the thumbnail formula, you guys like me close to the camera on the thumbnail. You like the words on the left-hand side of the thumbnail. Just 4 or 5 words top. You like tops and you like them big, and retirement or age-related focused verbiage surrounding this topic exactly. So I'm not going outside of my lane here. I'm staying with helping women over 50 fund their retirement. That's where we're going. One video popped off the first week, and it's at almost 7,000 views right now. It took a couple of days. That one was a slow build because the channel was new, so it didn't know what to put out. It was kind of testing stuff out there, etc. So that took a couple days to get going, and then it kind of just popped off, and that's where the bulk of my subscribers have come from. However, this week on Friday, or this last week on Friday, I had a second channel. So 2 weeks in a row, I had a second video pop off. And it's been kind of a slow burn. So it's sitting at almost 4,000 views, but it's just hot and cold right now. It's got a very high click-through rate, but I'm losing people in the first 30 to 60 seconds. So the retention rate is really low. However, what I noticed was it went up, and then YouTube went, oh, your retention rate's too low. So it kind of came back down. However, what's happening is the people who are getting all the way through that video are clicking the end card video. So they're staying on YouTube and watching more videos that I put out. And that in-card click-through rate is double and triple what my normal in-card click-through rate. And I've only got 7 videos out there. So I think that what's happening is that because they're consuming more videos and staying on YouTube, the people are staying. YouTube's like, okay, well, you got a really high click-through rate. We've got the right audience. Your retention sucks. However, the people who are staying longer. So it's kind of pushing it out again. It's just slower, but they've all been pushing out. So like I said, watch time's at about 1,033 hours. Here's the thing that doesn't usually happen with new channels. After the first 4 videos, after the first 5 videos. So the very first day I published 5 videos. Correct that. After the first 5 videos, the very first day that I launched, I published 4 videos at once. And then the next day or 2 days later on my next publishing day, I just published 1 video. After those 4 videos. We immediately noticed it took a couple days, but when YouTube went, oh, okay, people are responding to this, what I noticed is I started getting pushed into the browse feature and the search feature. So that when I launched my next video a week later, it immediately went into browse and search. So it took a couple of days on the first videos I put on the channel. The very next week, that video took a day, not a couple days, a day. By Friday, it took an hour. It was in the browse features in an hour. So that's a big deal. I want to be out in browse and I want to be out in search. So those are great. I've also noticed that YouTube has nailed my audience. It is 90% people over the age of 45, 70-some% women. So it's nailed my audience. I'm very excited about that. And the next one is my email list. So I've gotten 14 people onto my email list, and I don't actually have a real solid lead magnet or freebie yet. I give some additional insights and some additional action steps from the videos, but I don't actually have a solid lead magnet yet that's a real driver to my email list. And there's really no strong reason for anyone to be on this list except that they want to be more connected to what I'm teaching, what I'm doing, what I'm sharing on here. And the fact that I have 14 people on there and 12 of them are brand new to me. 2 are from a previous business and connection, but 12 of them are brand new. So I'm really excited that we're getting new people. 14 people signed up because they want to stay connected and not because I'm handing them something free. So that's a signal. I've been sending emails that include key takeaways, next action steps from each video. And I just send them out to my full list for now, adjusting that going forward. So because I have a bigger list from a previous business is kind of not quite contextual, but a little bit. So I was using that as much as I could, but we're going to stop that. Open rates are very solid, high, over 80%. Click-throughs are strong. And my open rates are going to be this big. They should be this big at a list this small. So that is not a surprise. Click-throughs are strong from the legacy list, very strong. They're liking the topics and clicking through. So people are reading. I don't expect any revenue from leads and leverage until at least November of 2026 when I actually launch something. I have nothing for sale right now. So this year is all about audience building. This is all about connecting with the people who I know I can help, getting the information out there to people so that they can start building their businesses too. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of freeing. I'm not selling anything. I'm just giving. I'm just providing value, as they say, but real value. So that's the plan right now. Also, retirement savings is also zero. I cannot put anything into savings until I have revenue and I'm able to actually draw a salary to put into a retirement account. So that's going to be zero for a while. All right. The goals on record as they stand right now, I hope to get 1,000 YouTube subscribers before October 31st of 2026. And unless I really muff this up, I'm probably going to achieve that one. I hope to have 1,000 email list subscribers by October 31st, 2026. And the reason why I want 1,000 email subscribers specifically, that's my real goal, is the email subscribers, is because when I launched the eClub membership in November of 2026, I would like to bring in 100 members through that beta launch. And the way to do that is you need 10 times your audience size that you hope to convert into your program or whatever you're doing. So I need to have 1,000 people on my email list. So that's why that goal exists. My goal from all of this is to have a $4,000 a month take-home pay by November 1st of 2027. That is my retirement date from where I'm at right now. So yeah, it's like 18 months out, but it's 500 and some 70 some days out. But that's the goal. And then I need approximately $20,000 in monthly gross revenue by that date in order for me to draw a salary and the business remain healthy and be able to keep growing. But in order for me to draw a $4,000 a month salary, I need about $20,000 in gross revenue. I show these every single month because accountability matters. And I'm not hiding from the gap between where I am and where I'm going. And I'm hoping that this will help other people learn as well. Right. So this is what worked. This is the wins worth naming, I guess you could say, right? So there's 5 things that specifically worked this last month. First of all, my content performance. I'm more than pleased with what happened this month. I really feel like I've nailed what my audience is wanting and needing to hear. Strong engagement. I've got strong comment engagement. I've already got some contrarian takes videos coming. I've got video ideas, and I've started scripting new content around the comments, etc. And that's the feedback loop I'm very excited about, because I love that engagement with you guys and talking and hearing what your thoughts are, hearing, if you think I'm stupid, great, think I'm stupid. I don't care. If you think I'm brilliant, great, think I'm brilliant. I don't care. Like, well, all I care about is making sure that whatever I'm doing and whatever I know works, that I get out there so that other people can leverage it too and make something work for them. And then just share the whole thing, because we have this like utopian ideal about what it means to build an online business or build a business for ourselves. And I want the reality out there, the ups, the downs, sideways, backwards, everything. The other thing that worked was the thumbnail formula. I tested a couple thumbnails, and I already know that a close face in on the thumbnail, text on the left, 4 or 5 words, topics that speak directly to the retirement income situation and age. I am running with it. Those are the ones that are taking off. Those are the ones that are getting the first clicks, the highest click-through rates, everything. So that's where I'm going. I'm not going to be doing the fancy, crazy, whatever other people do. I'm doing those because that's what I'm attracted to. So I'm going to just keep doing that. The list growth without a lead magnet. I am very excited. I was determined to make sure I started building my list immediately, because that is a big thing that most entrepreneurs regret the most, is they didn't start earlier. So even though I wasn't done with the lead magnet, I didn't want to put that expectation on top of me. Even though I wasn't done, 14 people have signed up. It's not even out yet. Like I'll share more, but I'm running tests on this lead magnet because it's more than just a lead magnet. 40 people signed up because they wanted to stay connected. There's not actually a separate freebie. You are getting key takeaways. You are getting next steps. It's worth it. But I'm not giving an extra something to download or extra work to do right now. But that tells me that the content is actually doing the work it's supposed to do. So that's a big deal to me. And I'm actually didn't realize I was standing in the way of all this. Okay. The next one is learning YouTube's signals. So getting real fluency in retention. That's where I'm really looking at. I have, in most of my videos, I have a pretty good retention rate. In the one that's burning right now, it's the worst retention rate of my videos, but I want to really improve that. So I re-scripted several videos because I realized I wasn't giving enough me in the videos, because I'm high energy. I talk fast. I talk a lot. I go down tangents that are relevant, I hope, but still like this. I'm just more, I really want to get the information out there, and I'm a strong personality. So I don't want to be perceived as something that I'm not. And so I noticed in rewatching a couple of those videos with the lower retention, I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm not enough me in the videos. So that needs to happen. I was too focused on delivering the content instead of engaging with you about the content. So that's a big thing. And then click-through rate. Click-through rate's been amazing. I'm very excited about click-through rate. So I'm going to keep working on that. I mean, obviously it's what's considered above average, based on the numbers from YouTube. Some of them are really high. I think I shared, the average click-through rate. If you keep an average click-through rate between 4 and 6%, that's good. That's a good click-through rate. YouTube thinks that's a good click-through rate. If your click-through rate is below 2%, you got a problem. And then if it's over, I think 7%, it's great. So what I mean by click-through is when people see the image of the thumbnail, and the number of people who see it versus the number of people who click on it, that's the impression click-through rate. And you want that as high as possible because you want people clicking to your videos, right? So what happens is my click-through rates are very high for the first couple of days. We're talking 13, 17, I think I had a 20-some%, very high. And then they're coming down. For the most part, they're settling right at the 5.5 to 6%. However, the one that's on that slow burn right now, that the reason I think YouTube is continuing to put it out is because it's sitting at 8%. So it's 5 days old. And even though the retention's low, that click-through is high and the end card click-through is high. So they're getting to the end of the video. They see the end card. They're like, yep, that's my next. So that tells me too that I put the right recommended video at the end of that video. So that I was able to really identify their next problem after watching my video. So these are all really important to know if you're trying to get people to consume and engage and connect with what you're teaching or what you're showing on YouTube. So let's see. That's all the behavior that I'm building towards, is that getting really, really understanding the retention and what keeps people in. because I want to actually have people learning something. Tools that delivered, two that I specifically want to call out. So this is the two tools right here, Whisperflow and Brain FM. I cannot express enough how much in love with Whisperflow I am. I've been using it for a couple of months now for a couple of other things, especially when I'm driving. So Whisperflow is an app that's on your phone and on your desktop or laptop or whatever. And it allows you to speak into any program you want to use anywhere. You just put your browser there and it connects. It is so good at speech to text or speech to, dictation. It is so good. It gets nuance. It leaves off fluff words and filler words or stutter words or any of that kind of stuff. It is so good. I cannot express how good it is, but I love it because what it's done is changed how I engage with, especially my AI agents. I will talk about that in a minute. I'm not having to type things. I can just brain dump and it's faster. So I'm getting a lot more done with using Whisperflow. And I'm literally, if I have to type now, it's always like, wow, so I am using Whisperflow even when I'm, scripting, when I'm doing other things like that. I'm just brain dumping with Whisperflow and I love it. The other one, and there's actually a link in the description below, so you can go explore it. It's pretty amazing. I was introduced to it just a couple months ago, before I actually started really diving into this. I can't remember who it was, but anyway, because I was frustrated. I was using Claude and I was frustrated when I was on the road driving and I just wanted to talk to Claude. I did not want Claude to talk back. And the only way I could get him to do that at the time, you can do it now, but the only way I could get him to do that at the time was to use Whisperflow because it didn't trigger the speaking conversation with him. Well, that's now fixed on Claude, but that's why I went to it because I was like, I don't want to hear you. I just want you to listen to. If only we could do that to humans, right? Anyway, sorry. So Whisperflow is amazing. Links in the description if you want to explore it. Brain FM. Brain FM is it's focus. It's not music per se, but it is sounds, binaural beats, etc. that you put on for deep focus work. So I use headphones that are, you can't hear sounds out of them. Noise canceling headphones, words. And I use those, and Brain FM I use that. I love that. I've had it for a couple of years now. And it genuinely keeps me in deep work. They also have other, like, if you want to take a nap or if you just want to relax or whatever. And I've used the relax feature as well. But the thing I use the most is the focus option. So I just put it in. I say, I want to focus for an hour. It'll even do like, hey, do you want to get up every 55 minutes? Do you want to just keep going into infinity? All of it. So I use it on my phone. I use it on my desktop. I use it on my laptop. I have a lot of devices. So I use it wherever I am that I know I need to work. It works amazing. It just keeps the noise and the things. I don't hear the door. Like if I'm at my home office, I'm not disturbed by the door, somebody, knocking on the door or whatever. It keeps me focused. It's not even just that it keeps me focused and keeps the sounds away. It drives my brain. So my brain is right into what it's supposed to be doing. And I'm not thinking of all these other things. So if you have any type of brain activity that does that, I would suggest trying Brain FM. The link is down in the description as well. Both of those have made an amazing difference in my workflow. And I just want to name them because my audience is always asking what I actually use. My audience from before, you guys are new, so you haven't asked yet, but I'm sharing because it works well. All right, what didn't work? So here's the thing. This was a problem last time for me as well. I jump way too fast into batch processing before I've actually really tested a method or a process. Because I am, if you know anything about the DISC profile, I'm a high D. I hate wasting my time. I detest doing things over and over again. I don't like it when I say something and people don't listen or they don't hear me, and they need to hear me. I'm not talking about just like, I don't like it when people don't listen. I mean, like if I'm trying to explain something to them and they don't write it down or they don't use it, that bugs me because then I have to go through and do it again. Anyway, that's a me problem, not an anybody else problem. But I'm just giving you an idea of what my brain does. And so I wanted to get into batch processing the videos as quickly as possible. So classic me, I'm so driven to not waste time that I rushed past the learning phase. So it wasn't actually a failure. It was learning, but it felt like I wasted time that I didn't need to waste. So I had to go back and re-script a good number of videos for the retention piece, because once I learned after the fifth, sixth, seventh video that, oh, okay, I really need to fix this retention piece, I had videos all scripted. I had my next 20 videos scripted and ready to record, knowing that I could be fluid and work around them. But I realized, oh, yeah, I need to fix this. I need to so I had to go back and rescript, and I'm not quite done. I've got like 12 of them rescripted, but I've got to go back and rescript all of them, because my goal is to keep you engaged and actually getting value, getting something out of the videos throughout the video. So yeah, I had to go back and do that. So that's been probably 40 hours total over the whole time. Or probably will be about 40 hours. It's about an hour per script. I take that back, 20 hours. It's about an hour per script to do the re-scripting. So yeah, that was a lesson. All right. What else didn't work? So launch week, which was March 18th, when I was going live with the first videos, that week, that 5 to 7 days before and during that week was flippin' tech hell. And I'm familiar with this stuff. And so, I mean, I've done years of being on video and camera and being live and using eCam and using these things. I'm familiar with these things. But I'm calling this the setup tax, because this is not something that I could actually get rid of, because you're just going to have tech issues no matter what. I thought I was prepared. I tested things, tested the teleprompter, tested everything before I actually used them, still had issues. So in the weeks leading up to the launch, the 2 weeks in March or 10, whatever, I paid that setup tax in full. I had 2 different teleprompter software options. The first one was way too slow for my speaking pace, and it came with the actual teleprompter that I use. I was like, oh, I sound like this. It's way too slow. I speak fast and I talk fast, and I'm like, I'm not going to slow that down. But it became very unnatural. So it was way too slow. And thanks to Luria Petrucci with Live Streaming Pros, I found Teleprompter Pro, and I can put the link below, because there's a lot of them that are named Teleprompter. I'll put somewhere I'll share the logo so you know which one it is I'm talking about. But I found Teleprompter Pro, and that's what I use now. And it is way faster than me, so I love it. So I can slow it down instead of me slowing down. So basically I can deliver my videos that I use a teleprompter for in my speed, my pace to go, etc. My mic wouldn't connect. There was issues with my mic connecting. I went down Apple support rabbit hole. I went down my mic support rabbit hole. Turned out to be it didn't actually turn out to be a prompter issue. It turned out to be I needed a powered USB connector to keep my mic on, because I guess it's a known issue with my Mac Mini. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Not getting into the tech. I figured it out. We got it, but that was hours lost on that. I broke 2 mic cords. Troubleshooting. I broke 2 mic cords, the little thing. So I ended up, 3rd mic cord was the charm. I had to replace the tripod for the mic, because I had it on an arm mount. The arm mount I couldn't get in the ways that I wanted, because it didn't do the things that I wanted and go where I wanted it to go. So I had to replace that. It didn't work for my specific setup. And then launch week, I had already recorded 9 videos, all of them referencing a page on my website. So 7 of those videos I've published. The other 2 are publishing this week. But all of them referenced a page on my website to sign up for my email list. And the domain was still broken about 20 hours before launch. There was some domain issues. We switched you are a domain hosting providers. Then we also had an issue with the website not reading. Oh my goodness. The tech. So the day of, I wasn't even sure if the QR code that's on the screen, or if the link that I direct people to in the description would work. It was all broken, but it came together. And then there was, different mic issues, another mic issue. I needed another cam. This one here, which I don't actually like. I wish I had gotten what I had gotten before, but anyway, it is what it is. The thing is that I had probably 6 straight days of overnight Amazon orders. So I'd be da 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 da. I'm like, yes, can I get it at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning? Like I had that many orders because it was different cables, different adapters, different things, blah, 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 all this stuff. So I think I'm through the tech stuff. I think I have my setup going that's going to work. We will find out. But the setup tax is real. It truly is real. Nobody talks about it because it's embarrassing and it doesn't look good in a highlight reel, right? But it is part of the real timeline. And if you're getting ready to launch something, you should know it's coming. It's coming. It didn't stop me. It just cost me hours and stress that I hadn't planned on. I hadn't actually budgeted for those. But just know whether you know tech or not, like I only know so much tech. I don't know all of the tech, but I know enough. And then Claude helps me with the rest. I know enough to not be in its infancy, but it doesn't matter how much you know, there's always going to be problems. Always, always, always. And as I said, Claude helps me. And I'll talk about that. I have another video coming out about how much Claude helped me through all of that stuff. He was literally over my shoulder in everything. It was amazing. All right. So what would I do differently? So if I could go back and change, these are the things I would change. Well, first of all, I would take longer to get to the batch processing. Christina should learn that lesson, right? One thing, this is the key thing. I just have to be slower to jump into batch processing. Part of the reason I'm pushed into it right now is because I have to have the majority, or if not all, of my videos for June, July, and August already recorded and ready to go before middle of May. And I've said in different things in my videos that I'm currently living in a life of chaos for 9 months and then peak chaos for 3 months. And that's part of the theater that I'm working at and volunteering at and doing the stuff there. And so we're coming into our peak chaos season. And so I'm pushing to get my videos done so that I have them already. And then I can record, like, I don't know, a great comment comes in and I'm like, yeah, I need to do a video on that. It's just one video I have to do during that chaos time versus all of them. So I want to run something through a little bit longer. I want to test a little bit more and then see how it does first. So as I'm learning what people like on YouTube and what YouTube actually pushes out, I want to make sure that I'm staying on topic for my target audience and not just creating content that YouTube will push out to the wrong people. So I'm very closely watching my audience, who's watching my videos and what y'all are responding to and making sure that it's in my lane. So even if I do a video on, if you're over 50, I don't know, never start a YouTube channel, but like I do something super controversial that maybe will bring in a lot of people from a lot of audiences, I have to make sure that I'm speaking to you, my 50-plus-year-old female who needs to build a retirement income. So I have to keep doing that. So when YouTube starts pushing something and then backs off, I need to understand why before I produce more in that direction. So right now, it's all about retention. And that's what I'm really working on here. I wish I had scripted fewer videos ahead so I hadn't had to go back and re-script them. That's quite honestly the thing. So patience before volume, that's the lesson. All right, next one. What's next? So what's coming this month in April? So 4 key things. I realize I should move my little picture over to the other side and I'm really not sure how to do that. So, maybe I could go like that. Move me over. Hold on. Wow, halfway through, I figured out how not to be in the way of the thing. See, there you go. Learning in process. I want to script, record, and publish 20 to 25 videos because, again, I have to get them done from all the way through August. I need everything done and ready to go by the middle of May. So I'm pushing hard right now. That is really, that's the reality of building this alongside a 50-plus hour a week job. That's my life right now. Second, I want to, Second, I want to finish my lead magnet that I had. And right now it's called, what do I actually have to offer? And it walks women through identifying what they have, who needs it, and how to name it clearly. It includes a deep dive video that I'm created. My target launch is May 15th for this. And it's way more than a lead magnet. Most lead magnets are just some download that you literally glance at and never look at again. And it just takes up digital space in your life, right? This is really, I want to help women identify who they are, who they're for, and what they have to offer. So the goal of this is it'll be a list builder, but it's going to be deeper. It would normally be a workshop that a woman would go through. So I am working this lead magnet, whatever you want to call it, through several coaching clients right now. And I'm getting the feedback and stuff. They're all over 50. They're all working in their spaces and working to build their own things. So it's being pressure tested. So we'll see. My goal is to launch it May 15th. That is the total goal on that. And then build the video editing AI agent. Let me talk a little bit about that. I am learning about AI agents and I am absolutely in love with them. I just built my first. So an AI agent is basically a digital robot that does digital work for you. That's all it is. So it's just like, it would be like a human, just, dragging and dropping files, renaming folders, doing tasks that can be done behind the scenes. So I just created a Claude AI agent to clean up my desk every night. So my digital desktop every night. And so what he does is he looks through on my desktop, takes off every single file and downloads every single screenshot and runs them through a filter. And then gives me a thing like, hey, which one do you want to keep or toss? And I just go keep, toss, keep, toss, keep, toss. It tosses the ones I want to toss. And then it files the other ones according to the parameters that I've given it. So I come into a clean desktop and an organized digital desktop every day. And I literally just built it yesterday, test ran it yesterday, did a whole bunch of work last night, came in, desktop was clean. It was so nice. And so now what I'm building, and here's the thing, Claude walked me through how to build this in Terminal, which is if you know anything about DOS, it's like that. If you don't, it's a command line in your computer. And so it taught me the hard way. And then I come to find out I actually have the Claude desktop app, and I could have built it in Claude Code with just telling the agent telling Claude Code very simple things. So I had started it with screenshots. Then I moved it to all of my documents. The screenshot build took about an hour and a half because I had to go through, I wanted to understand every single thing. So Claude taught me the hard way. And then the next one took 3 minutes. Like adding on all the other things took 3 minutes because it was all done right in Claude Code. I'm just telling you, this is the best thing on the planet. There is no coding. You do not have to know how to code at all. It is literally speaking to this program. And you can use Claude AI to help you with the right words in the right order and flesh it out, etc. So I am currently building, to get to the point, I'm building a video editing AI agent. And what I want this agent to do is I'm going to record my video right here on Ecamm, or this one's on Zoom because I wanted a certain presenter layout. And it's going to drop the recording into a folder on my desktop. When that hits the folder on the desktop, my video editing agent will say, look, there's a recording. Here's what I need to do with it. And so it's going to do things like it's going to upload the master to my Google Drive. It's going to send the master to my Descript account so that Underlord over on Descript can take off the beginning, trim the beginning and trim the end. That's all I do. That's all editing this time. And then it'll download and it will take that that now trimmed video. It will file name it properly. It will put it on YouTube in a private account or a private status. So it's up on YouTube, but not published. It will put the title in, and it will also get me this transcript and put the transcript up in Drive. So like, there's just steps. Those are the basic things I'm going to have it do right now. But those are all little manual things that I was doing. So I'd record the videos, have them there, and then I'd have to go through and refile name them. I would have to go through and upload them everywhere. I would have to go through and download the transcript. So I'm just having this thing do it for me, which saves me, by all of that done per video, it's probably 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, because you have to wait for the uploads, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm very excited. And I will do more. If you guys are interested in how to do build AI agents specifically for your 50 plus business, I'll give it to you. I'm learning it. This is my second agent that I've done. So I'm learning it. And I'll tell you, as a Gen Xer who was raised learning, I was raised on the TRS-80s, we were building DOS programs in 6th grade, right? Hello, my name is Christina, anyway, going through all that. So I've been raised with technology. I'm comfortable with it, but I'm not a coder. That's not beyond me, but beyond me. Like, I'm not interested in all that. And so that's what I just always assumed Claude Code was. And AI was not that good until really, I mean, it's been used in a lot of things, but not that good for an end user like me, really until the last several months. And it's been amazing. And it's not about writing scripts, although it can help with structure and stuff. I mean, it could write them for you, but you don't want it to. But it is about getting tasks done that just take my time that I'm not going to hire somebody for, but the tasks need to be done. That's huge because I need to save every moment of my precious time. All right. And number 4, find more tasks to automate and start thinking about how I teach this to you guys. You guys have precious time too, limited time. So showing you how to use these tools is part of this job, because if you can't leverage, if you're not looking at how you can leverage your time, the best and highest use of it, you're not going to make it. You're not going to be able to build a business in 5 hours a week. And so that is a big deal for me. All right. Behind the numbers, the parts that don't fit in a chart. I feel pretty good. So this was a thing where it's like, how am I feeling at this point and everything? How am I doing at this point and everything? And it's really a state of, I'm feeling pretty darn comfortable about where things are right now in my business. I do have a lot coming up, a whole lot coming up. I'm stressed, but in a good way. And I guess stressed might not be the right terminology for it, but I'm stressed, but in a good way, I guess you could say. I have removed 100% of social media off my phone multiple times. I have a video coming out about that too. I keep trying to put YouTube back on my phone, and I just keep realizing that I can't. It sucks me in at night when I need my sleep. So I just have YouTube Studio on my phone so I can do the work that I need to do on it. All the games are off my phone, etc. So I just, like I said, have YouTube Studio on my phone so that I can look at data, because I'm a little bit obsessed with it. And that's been helping a ton. My sleep, way better. It's way better. I'm getting better sleep. I'm functioning better during the day. I'm getting up earlier. I'm waking up earlier. I am more refreshed. I'm getting more done. My eating has been on plan. I'm getting the protein that I need without thinking of it. The food noise is really kind of non-existent. It'll come and go, but it's pretty much non-existent. So it hasn't been a fight. This has been amazing. And I know I might be running kind of in a honeymoon phase right now because of the excitement of all this and getting this launched. And also, I know I'm on a push. I don't have time to waste. So I'm like, boom, 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 pushing through this. But I've been working on this full throttle since the last week of January. So 2 full months, maybe like 9 weeks now, 4, 8, 9 weeks now. That's longer than a honeymoon phase for me. So we'll see how this keeps going. I haven't given up, and I haven't even had to fight that battle in my mind about giving up. So that's good. I know it's coming. It's going to come at some point, but I haven't had to do that. It doesn't hurt that 2 of the videos that I put, of the 7 that I put out, have popped off a little on YouTube. They haven't gone viral, but for a brand new channel with like no subscribers in the beginning, to get a video with 7,000 views right away, like in the 5th video that you put out, to get another one with another 4,000 views, to almost have 400 subscribers. This is good. This feels good. I'm like really loving that I'm finding my audience. So yeah, so that's the big thing, is YouTube seeing the consistency, seeing the targeting in the videos, getting it to the right people, etc. There's a lot that I know. There's also a lot, infinitely more, that I don't know. And I just want to keep learning. I love that. I love learning. Some things I get tired. I'm like, no, I'm done. That's all I want to know. But I just love, right now, it's a fun journey of exploration and learning and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's where I'm at. That's all I'm doing. I hope that this all, helps you, does whatever you want it to do for you. I hope you take action. I hope you use this in some way and leverage it. And I encourage you to dare to flourish in this season of life.